Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a very special reading for you. So, I'm going to be doing the Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year of the Wood Dragon. So, let's see what the cards have to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh, okay, and show me clearly. No, not these. All right, interesting. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. So, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. We have the Strength card reversed, the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the 3 of Pentacles. This is going to be an interesting year. It really, really is. I know with everything coming up, well, not everything, but all but one card coming up reversed, we can be sitting there thinking, oh no, this is going to be terrible. It's not. This is a very intense year, and it is going to be an intense year because it is a wood dragon year. So the wood dragon is a dragon is just astoundingly powerful within the lunar zodiac, within the lunar zodiac. But wood fuels the element of fire. So what we see during this time is that the qualities of the dragon are intensified. This is not going to be a restful year. The dragon symbolizes power and nobility, honor, luck, and success. A dragon year is epitomized by activity and reaction. So this is a very reactionary year. Leo, as a fire sign energy, okay? So fire is enhanced. We have to be mindful. We just have to be mindful during this time that the fire energy that is around us can be more enhanced, more enhanced, more enhanced. We can become very kind of quick fire, in our responses, in our way of handling things. So just be mindful about this during this time. With the King of Pentacles, you're going to see that this year focuses around success, financial success, or what you value as much as money. And you're going to see that you're detangling a lot of nonsense, a lot of issues, a lot of things that don't resonate with you. And you're going to be seeing in this year, it's like, okay, how do I need to move forward? Where is it that I need to be? Be very mindful during this time with the Strength card reverse, because strength represents us in the major arcana, all right, that we do not get in our own way. Because we can. We can sabotage ourselves. We can hold ourselves back. We can also really think that might equals right. Like, I'm just going to keep at this, keep hammering away. I'll be able to get there, no matter what. And we can exhaust ourselves before we get to the place that we want to be. So Spirit's like, hey, listen, calm down, slow down. That is going to be very, very, very important. With the 10 of Cups reversed, the 10 of Cups is, and they all live happily ever after. So when we have the 10 of Cups reversed, Spirit is saying to us, what do you love and what do you want? What is your happiness? We have a tendency during this time and during this year, right, from the 4th of February to the 2024 to the 4th of February 2025, we'll have a tendency to look at things and be like, oh, but that will make me happy and that will make me happy. And oh, what about this and what about that? We can be so activated. We can be so, just like charged up. We want to do everything. And what that brings us is nothing that we really want. So do be mindful about this during this time. We are releasing a lot of issues from our childhood, okay? Things that have been traumatizing, things that have held us back, things that have made us feel small. We can also, during this time, see that those things kind of come through very, very powerfully, right? We'll be like, wow, this just makes me think of when I was 12 or when I was 6, or, this makes me think of XYZ. So do be mindful about this during this time, that nostalgia is going to be very strong, but it's not even nostalgia. It's just like almost feeling like we're warped back in time. With the 3 of Pentacles, the way to win, the way to succeed and achieve and absolutely get things to the place that we want to be is going to be through slow, steady, careful work. Okay. And that's going to be super, super important to us. We are going to be detail oriented if we calm and center ourselves. We are going to be high performing if we calm and center ourselves. So we are going to be off the charts successful, but we have to calm and center ourselves. And that's going to be one of the hardest things for us during this time, during this Lunar New Year. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Yeah. So these two right here, wisdom and then soulful. We are going to be learning a lot. We are going to be obtaining a lot of wisdom, a lot of insight, a lot of ideas. Okay. We need to fill our soul. We are going to be so focused. And this is something that I see, like reoccurring or as a theme during this year of we are going to be so focused on succeeding, that, that kind of statement, I'll sleep when I'm dead type of thing. We're going to be exemplifying it. Everybody is. We're going to just like burn the candle at both ends, really push ourselves hard, take things always to the extreme. And Spirit is saying here, hey, listen, slow down, pull it back. Slow down, pull it back. We are going to be looking at things and embracing a wisdom, embracing a grace, embracing a deeper understanding. And we need to fill our soul. This is going to be a time when it's so important for us to fill our souls. And yet we're going to be thinking, oh, that's nonsense. I don't need to be worrying about this. And Spirit's like, no, you do. You need to be paying attention to your soul, fill your soul, embrace yourself. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is angels and masters. So this is angels and your spirit guides coming forward. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. And this is our angels wrapping us in their wings, saying, I'm here for you. I'm showing up with you. I'm protecting you. Our spirit guides are whispering to us. We are really being led forward in such a powerful way. Now, it's so interesting because I'm just seeing a very powerful dragon, flying through the air and being protected, but thinking, I don't need this protection. So just be mindful about this. We will have a tendency to push the limits of things. We'll have a tendency to, to go more and more and more. And Spirit's like, we need to slow down. We need to look at the quality, not the quantity. It's going to be super important during this time. And we need to connect with our angels. Even though we're not going to want to, we're like, no, I got this. I'm a powerful dragon, right? The energy of this year is I'm a powerful dragon. I got it all. And Spirit is very much saying to us, hey, listen, check in with yourself, slow it down, connect. Our energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the 6 of Pentacles reversed. So we have the 6 of Cups reversed. Okay, that can be, again, childhood stuff coming forward very intensely. The 6 of Pentacles reverse, the repeat of the number 6 reverse is you're not going to take care of you. 6 is a very nurturing, very caring, very compassionate number. It's like, hey, listen, give some of that nurturing, caring, and compassion to you. You'll be more than happy, Leo, to be nurturing, caring to somebody else, but you won't be to yourself. So Spirit's like, hey, show up for you and do so with love and with grace. With the 6 of Pentacles reverse, we're going to see things out of balance. Now, we have the King of Pentacles reversed. And so we can see things out of balance financially. And I know nobody wants to hear this, but that's what this year is going to be. This year brings up money for a lot of people. Why? Because it's a dragon year. Because we are determined and we are focused and we are going to win. Thank you very much. Think of, I don't really know classic Chinese stories about dragons, but I do know medieval ones. And those dragons are always hoarding everything, right? They're hoarding jewels. They're stealing maidens. And I always thought as a child, I was like, and I still do, like, what does a dragon need with gold? What does a dragon need with a virgin? Like, what is this? So here, during this time, we're going to be looking at things, and we're really going to be looking at things that people value, not that we value, but somebody really covets that. I want it. Somebody really thinks that's great. I have to have it. We have to be mindful about this during this time because it's going to be, a status symbol thing, which, we can get really behind. We can really get behind status symbols and labels and, all this stuff, which is fantastic, but we have to be mindful about it. We have to be mindful and show up for us. So that's going to be really important. This is also a really interesting year. So we are in a new 20-year cycle in the feng shui cycle, and this will last until 2044. And what we're going to see here is that the dominant element is fire, right? That intensity, that fire started off by the dragon, starting off with a bang, and the number 9. Now, the dragon, okay, and also the phoenix is represented by the number 9 in the feng shui cycle. So the number 9 is an auspicious number, and it signifies a completion of luck. So during this time, we have to be very mindful. And that's what Spirit is saying here, leading to the 3 of Pentacles, that we have to be very mindful for that completion of luck, because we can start off, being so strict with ourselves, being so financially motivated and saying, okay, I'm planting this seed, I'm winning this. I'm planting this seed, I'm winning that. Everything has to be, about my financial success. Financial success is important. I'm never going to tell you it's not. But it can become too much. We can start to worship the almighty dollar in a way that cripples us emotionally, spiritually, personally. So do be mindful about this. We can also find that if we have earth sign energy in our charts, if we have earth sign energy in our lives, we can find this energy to be super annoying. It's not necessarily because it's even really annoying to us. It's just going to be wanting to ground us when we want to fly. So it's going to be like, no, don't you dare hold me back. No, don't you dare, question me. No, don't you dare, do this. It's even ourselves to ourselves. It's like, I have to go and I have to do bigger and better. We will find that we can take really big risks during this time that is not necessarily where we want to be. If we have any kind of like gambling, proclivities, do be mindful during this time, because I'm just seeing like we're chasing the next big thing. We're chasing the next big thing. So be very, very, very aware of this and slow it down and look at yourself, because this is going to be the next 20 years is going to be a completion of a 180-year cycle. We're entering into a new age. And as we enter into this new age, we're entering into a new understanding of ourselves. We're entering into a new way to move forward. And we're going to see here that we're really looking at ourselves quite openly, honestly, and frankly, Leo. And we're saying, what is the energy that holds me back? What is the energy that keeps me from the place that I want to be? We're going to be looking at the might equals right, like that sense of I can just push it forward. I can just force it. I can just make it. And this is going to be a time where we say to ourselves, okay, where do I really want to be? What am I looking for? How am I opening up the door? What is it that I desire? And it has to be our happiness. I love this card. I'm going to show you guys this card. I'm always thinking of having, a big picture of this done. And with the 10 of Cups, you have the rainbow ending at the little cottage. And it makes me think of a Nordic saying, which says, better to be king of a cottage than servant in a castle. And I love that. In the ancient world, we could say, okay, you were literally, or even not in an ancient world, but you could literally be a servant in a castle. But now, if we look at it, better to be, the king of your domain instead of bogged down in debt to, our McMansions and our, we should be having this, we should be having that. Be very mindful, again, during this time. We can have that hoarding mentality, that dragon mentality of this is mine, right? It's Smaug in Tolkien, right? Where you see the dragon with all the gold and all the wonders and all the treasure that you could ever imagine. But what the heck is he doing with it? The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups reversed is we're going to have things coming up from our past that kind of knocked us out before. Not in, if it was really super traumatic and really super horrible, it doesn't mean that it has to be that way. But what Spirit is going to be showing us now is that we're going to be looking at things and the past is coming forward. This is going to be a time where we can find that we make allies, like the most unbelievable allies, and we move forward in the most unbelievable ways, and we start to really call forward our happiness. We start to call forward our joy. We start to see ourselves more openly, more honestly than we have before. And it's going to be because we're slowly and steadily looking at the dragons that we have to slay within ourselves. We're slowly and steadily looking at what isn't right in our lives anymore. And that's going to come forward because of, these big questions coming forward. How do I want to move forward? Where am I successful? How do I move forward for me? Where do I want to be? What do I desire? We're looking at this and we're going to be finding ourselves. We're looking at this. We're going to be seeing ourselves more and more. So when we first look at the cards and we say, oh my gosh, the King of Pentacles is reversed. I'm not going to be successful. That's not the case. It's that we're going to be looking at success in a very different way than we have before. We're going to be calling ourselves forward in a very different way than we have before. And we're going to start off and we're going to see that the strictness, that the intensity, that the, all consuming is not going to serve us. We need a balance. And we need to see how everything is interconnected, because we're going to say, okay, this is what I'm going after, right? This pile of gold over here is what I'm going after. That's it. End goal. And Spirit's like, what about everything else? It's time to look at a bigger picture. It's time to call forward what we deeply desire and want, but also to say to ourselves, what do we value as much as money? What is important to us to living and being successful, prosperous beings? With the Strength card reversed, we are going to be that dragon. We are absolutely going to embody that energy of I'm flying forward, I'm going after what I need, I'm achieving, succeeding, and terrifying, right? A dragon is terrifying. And so here, it's not saying necessarily that we need to be terrifying beings, but once we get something under our craw, Leo, my gosh, are we going to go after it full force, like no stop? We're going to be a force to be reckoned with. We need to know when to turn this on and turn this off. That's going to be super important. We also need to know, what is our happiness? What is our joy? What do we love? We can see things shifting, okay? We can see us moving forward towards our hearts in different ways than we had expected. We could see things that we love guiding us more and more and more. And that's going to be very important. It's going to be very important to reconnect with our hearts, which again means that we can kind of access things, because a dragon year, or a dragon, we like to collect. We like, you'll find, people born in a dragon year, fantastic collectors, fantastic, can judge the quality of things. There's just an intensity to them, a vibrancy to that energy, right? We're going to be looking at things that have held us back before, and we're going to be releasing. With the Three of Pentacles, we are going to be very detail oriented. The Three of Pentacles here, if you see, she has the Three of Pentacles guarded by her foot and also by a jug. We're being mindful of our money without being obsessed by our money. But we are going to be looking at the details of things, the finer details of things. We're going to be having a lot of knowledge coming through our dreams. So do be aware of that as well. If you can do meditation, or you can do Qigong to help you connect with your dreams, to help you connect with yourself, that is going to be a game changer. This is going to be a time, Leo, where we are powerful, where we are determined, and we are focused. But it is also going to be a time where we can just be sucked into the ego of it all and really lose sight of what's sacredly important to us. So it's going to be important to stay grounded, to stay centered, and really embrace our heart and what we love. And we're going to think, oh, that's a sign of weakness to have what I love move me forward. And it's not going to be. It's going to be a sign of tremendous strength. Now let's just look at the last time there was the Wood Dragon year. And this was 60 years ago, when Queen Elizabeth opened the 4th suspension bridge in Scotland, and NASA launched its Mariner, there we go, Mariner spacecraft to study Mars. And the US experienced the most powerful earthquake in history in Alaska that registered at 9.2. So that was 60 years ago. Really big things that have happened. Do be mindful also of earthquakes during this time. The dragon years tend to have a lot of intensity with the earth coming forward, okay? Or intensity with also, weather coming forward, but mainly with the earth. Okay. All right. Let's see subconsciously what Spirit has to say. Mindful. Yeah. Be mindful and fill your mind. So be mindful of how you're filling your mind here, Leo. That's going to be really, really, really important. Mindfulness leads to manifestation, because even if we don't realize it, if we are mindful, like whatever we fill our minds with, we start to attract to ourselves. So we can be having a really rough time and being really sad, and then all of a sudden we attract more of that to us, and then we fall into a deeper hole and things get more intense, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's a never ending cycle. So this is going to be a time where we need to fill ourselves up with happiness, with grace, with beauty, with love, with joy. Let yourself laugh. Let yourself just have fun. That is going to be super, super important. Our subconscious chakra message is psychic development. This is the third eye chakra. You have your angels, your masters, your spirit guides protecting you, moving with you, and being an integral part of you during this time. That's coming from the soul star chakra, again, located 6 inches above our crown. And here, with the third eye chakra coming forward, be aware that you're psychically developing, or, empathically developing, or spiritually developing, however you say it, however you see it. You're going to be more in tuned. And that's going to lead you forward in an extraordinary way and in a powerful way. So during this time, subconsciously, we might find that we fight against this because we want to be so rooted in the real world and like real achievements. But the spiritual world is also really real and really powerful in our everyday existence. So being aware of this is going to be a very important thing for us. Our energy to be mindful of is the 9 of Wands. Be mindful of always being on the defensive. Be mindful of always feeling like, okay, what am I guarding now? What am I doing now? Because that will take the joy out of this whole entire time. I'm seeing that we can be in this energy for 9 months. So do be aware of this, Yeah, Ninth month is September. Yeah, do be aware of this. There can be headaches, there can be body pains. We can just be like, okay, I have to listen to everybody. I have to be alert for everything. I have to always be on the defensive. And spirit is really sitting here and saying, why? That's just going to drain your battery so fast. It is going to move you forward in so much chaos that you're like, oh my gosh, how can I even? So just be aware of this during this time. Our subconscious tarot message is the Page of Pentacles. We are going to have a harder time being a king, being the ruler, being the one who says, it has to be like this, it has to be like that. It's going to be much more natural for us to be a quester, to be a seeker, to look at how we're embracing our prosperity and our success, to embrace our inner child and say, how do I move forward in wealth? And what does wealth look like to me? Excuse me, I'm going to cough. I do apologize. We are also going to connect. Now, if we have earth sign energy in our chart, earth sign energy in our lives, we're going to connect with a questioning childlike energy of this, right? And that's going to be a very big thing for us. We're going to look at seeds that we're going to be planting, but we're going to be connecting with the starting of things, the building of things, the becoming of things. We're going to want to, okay. So Spirit is saying we're going to want to be further along than we are. It doesn't mean that we start from the very beginning in the paycheck of zero. What it means is that this is going to be a time that subconsciously is very natural for us to look at things and say, okay, how do I build this? How do I start this? How do I move things forward? Where is it that I need to be? What is it that I desire? A questing, a seeking, a finding where we're comfortable. Do not be surprised if you change jobs or you change departments or you relocate or you do any of these kind of like big things that you would think, oh no, I wouldn't do this because I want to be as, stable and secure and as possible. But we're going to see that this is a time where we could be making big moves in order to really project our career forward in a very positive way for us, but also to give us something new to go after, to look at, and to be a part of. That's going to be really important. But to make sure that we also let happiness have a place and have a seat at the table during this time is going to be a very big thing. Okay. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time, of this Lunar New Year, and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Leo, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.